Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's time for Bingo is Life.
Hey, that's cool. All right. Fantastic.
The podcast. 145 episode.
Is it 145?
If last week was 144.
Then that just makes sense, doesn't
It follows.
Unless you guys snuck one in there that I did not know about. I'm Jay Zare, joined by the Howdy Shell brothers.
Hello.
Woo! Michael and Christopher
Yes,
somewhere in the house.
that's right.
We have Christian Parrott over here. We have Mum Shackles
Hello.
all by herself,
I'm by myself.
all the way from the UK. And we have
I'm not from there.
a special return guest. In
Return guest.
Return.
Very cool.
how's it going, kids? You didn't have not a lot of people for bingo? Or
Not a ton of people, but the people that were here, we had Debbie.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Debbie.
Yeah,
Man.
Debbie.
I
And
know
Debbie was the
Debbie.
On
winner.
fire.
I know Debbie.
Debbie
Yeah.
was a
It's
lively
always,
lady.
it's always a special evening when one person wins twice. And tonight, the light shined upon Debbie.
Yeah. And she came up to me afterwards. And I guess her family was like, hey, I recently suffered from a stroke, and this is like the best night I've had
Yeah.
since
That's awesome.
then.
Yeah.
And she was so thankful and in such a happy
very
place.
touching.
And yeah, I was loving it. I was pumped.
Now, interestingly, we're recording this from a soundproof studio, but Mike says that he's going to pipe in
Sure.
some Bingo is Life, just in that sound later
Some
on. So,
arcade ambiance.
yeah, some arcade
Arcade
ambience.
ambiance,
He's going to
so.
get it off of like a sound library or something like that.
Since we are a Harrisonburg podcast,
Yes.
we need to give a shout out to
Gotta
the
do it.
James Madison University Dukes.
Oh, yes, of
Did they
course.
win the thing?
They did. They're in the
They
plane.
did.
In case you were in a coma on Friday night,
I was.
and did not hear the sound being blasted all over
Everywhere.
I didn't see that.
You know what was most interesting, though, to me was the next morning how many people reported UFOs because they had a parachute guy come in that had sparks coming out at the back while he came down to
Okay.
the...
The city. Well, we actually
What
made.
happened?
They were amazing.
Was this a football game?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is a football
Yeah.
game. And they had a guy parachute
They
into
have
the
they
stadium.
have parachutes in
Yeah.
football
Two
guys.
games
Yeah.
now?
Two guys.
That's right,
Man,
two
I can't
guys.
keep up with these sports.
We actually, Harrisonburg made the international news. There was,
What?
was
That's right.
an article in the Daily Mail.
Does it have to do with our turkeys?
Is this the raccoon?
No, well,
No, that was a different
No.
town in Virginia. But anyway, if you know,
This,
you know.
the headline here is college game descends into farce as players are pelted with snowballs
Yeah.
before
That's right.
athletic director pleads with fans to stop. And which is cool. But the interesting part of the story was that it said the supporters in the student section started launching snowballs during pregame warm-ups. The Dukes marching band got belted before Troy punter Evan Crenshaw was targeted during. Now, come on! I'm throwing it at the opposing team punter is one thing, but not
Yeah.
the Royal Marching
Yeah,
Dukes.
right,
Come on!
right.
Leave the Royal Dukes alone.
They had to put a thing on the screen saying, please know, if we see you throwing snowballs, you will be ejected from the game. That's right.
Speaking of the band, I missed the. I was talking to Christian. I wanted. It was so cold for the Christmas parade, but
Oh, it was fun.
both bands played the United Rocktown and Harrisonburg High School band.
Yes. Yeah, it was really cool.
And the Royal Marching Dukes.
They did? Yeah, yeah.
That was.
It looked like a cool event.
Yeah.
I like they put the video live later on Facebook.
What video?
For the parade.
Cool.
And it was just nice. I got to watch it as an old person, you see.
As an old
watching it, watching the video of it is just as good as being there in person.
Well, the high school band chose, and I'm a little biased, as is Chris. We got
Yeah.
some people in there.
Some
but,
people.
They chose sort of New Orleans style Christmas carols, which was really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, it was actually really good music.
As a spectator of the parade,
Yes.
I was shocked. The children were in the road getting the candy. And at one point, this bus rolls up and they're delivering oranges. And the kids were chasing the oranges. And one orange fell and rolled underneath a tire. And I saw a kid for a split second think,
Just consider.
I'm going to go. I'm going to get that orange.
I'm going to ruin everyone's parade.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Anyways.
Kids, do not eat fruits and vegetables. They will kill you.
Yeah. Especially
Bad
from
for
Main
you.
Street.
Just wait for the
Oh,
candy.
wow.
Anyways, it was an impressive, and the people driving, they had to they were looking them right and left because those kids were like, "Where's my candy?"
Yeah. Yeah.
They were intense. Anyways, good job, Harrisonburg.
They
Nice
took
parade.
away throwing candy, and you can't throw candy anymore. Like that was a thing that used to happen when we were kids, but they have to hand it out right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
they hand
that
it out.
encourages the kids to
Interesting.
come into the road. I'm just saying this for anybody out there that
Wow.
does public safety
Yeah.
thoughts.
Oh yeah, it's
We don't
crazy.
throw the candy because it might hit somebody in the eye. But what's
Right.
worse? Losing an eye or getting run over by a, like fire truck.
Snowplow.
Yeah.
Losing-
so
no.
Maybe let us throw candy again.
Yeah.
It's
You
a lot
can't
easier.
throw candy anymore?
It is so annoying.
You
You're
can't
in
do
a
it.
parade. Yeah.
Thanks,
You have
Obama.
to hand it to people.
There was
really nice,
there was one of the snowplows. I looked up, and the lady who was supposed to be handing out the candy, she had the saddest. Like I was like, oh, she's the Grinch. I was like, never mind.
Wow. Thanks for bringing us down, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Well, let's just change the subject.
So everyone
We
listening
have
to that was my grandma.
a
That was-
delightful
was
array
that
of
your-
things
Oh
in
my
front of
God.
us.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. Go ahead, start over. We have a delightful array.
A delightful array of things in front of us.
Yes.
And they were brought to us by our guest for this evening.
Ah.
We didn't do our rock, paper, scissors of who was going to introduce our guest this evening.
It's you.
It's you.
Me?
You win.
Yes.
All right.
Would
if
it
I
add
pre-
tension if you described a few of the things we're looking at here? Like,
I don't feel like I even have the ability.
me neither. Okay, go ahead.
And all of these things come with a
Yarns.
pile of a lot of
Yeah.
awesome information and materials.
I can't wait. That's all I can say.
Our
The things
guest
we-
has brought an array from her yard and other places.
just the yard.
Just yard.
Just the yard.
Just a sampling of yard from Taylor Endres. Right? Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Have you? You're an old friend of the show, but have you been on before? I thought you were, but you
No,
were not.
I've bugged you guys while you were doing it.
Oh, that's what it was outside.
If we go,
I
if
can
we
remember
go
that
back,
now.
we would hear your voice on the podcast from back in the day.
Probably.
When we first
Probably
started.
showing you something weird I found in the yard, actually.
We're talking about
Yeah.
Bigfoot,
That was
maybe.
a lot of times. Or Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give us your backstory and give us the elevator speech.
Um,
Who are you?
I'm Taylor.
Hello,
I-
Taylor. Hey.
I do hair, but I also dig too much in the ground. Ground treasures are good, and ground treasures led to a very crazy story that is still ongoing today. So I can just dive in and give you guys the spiel.
Yes.
Or,
Yeah. Do it.
All right.
They're hungry for
So,
The mystery.
so somebody first look at this and describe this to them.
Okay, so I am currently holding in my hand. Some would say it looks like a rock, but it has organic qualities. It looks like it could be some sort of fossil of a shell, or then it looks like some sort of nut.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I close?
Okay,
Walnut?
and anybody
Brown?
else look when
Brown?
they saw this? I was like, it almost looks like the first thing that came to mind was a fossilized like big barnacle. It has like a
Yes.
barnacle quality.
Yes, a barnacle.
Barnacle.
Or is that carving? Like, is
Right,
that,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It almost looks kind of like a carving of shelf fungus. Not shelf fungus, but like like oyster mushrooms.
Yeah.
Ah, yes,
oyster
yeah.
mushrooms.
About the
Very much.
size of a large walnut,
Very irregular.
golf ball.
So you found this in your yard because you are digging in your yard.
Well, okay, so I garden,
You
and
garden. Okay.
I till up my yard every year, and sometimes when I go through the yard, I find these like quartz crystals. So I was looking for quartz crystals, and like, okay, so this is typically stuff I find in my yard. That,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
there's some
know, like
quartz crystals here. that are just,
some black
crystals.
stuff,
Oh.
some like slate over here.
What part of the valley is your farm at?
So I live kind of close to like Barren Ridge Winery.
Oh,
And
okay.
so when the Smithsonian asked me to tell them what this was,
what?
this hasn't changed.
Wait a minute. We jumped to the Smithsonian.
Wait, we'll go back. We'll go back. But since we're describing it, I figured I'd throw in these details.
Gotcha.
The men
It-
in black in the
That is
aliens
also
come
an
to their
awesome
place.
way to throw. I'm just going to throw that in there.
Yeah,
Into the
right.
Smithsonian.
there's a
there.
lot. There's a long story to this. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
David Bowie asked me to.
I told them it hasn't changed texture, size, or weight in 2 years. That was 2 years ago. So this is 4 years later.
Okay.
It weighs 65 grams, and it's a little smaller than the size of a palm. I took it to the Mineral Society show and got everything from Gomphothere tooth, which if you don't know what that is, I'll show you later, to pine cone, seed pod, coral, yada yada. Some people have told me that it looks like a spider coming out of a rose even, which is kind of a strange one. But
I like that though.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went and tilled up my garden and was looking through on my birthday in 2022 and found this thing that doesn't look like anything else in the yard sitting on it. And I picked it up and I'm like, oh, it's a mushroom fossil.
Yes.
And went inside and looked up mushroom fossils. No, there's been only like a few dozen found in the world at this point. Before 2017, there was only 10 known to exist that were sizable. A lot of mushroom fossils are microscopic. They get destroyed. They have soft tissue that doesn't fossilize. Yeah, it decomposes before.
Right.
So I put it on a fossil form. And somebody said something called a Gomphothere tooth.
A Gomphothere tooth?
Yeah, a Gomphothere tooth. Because I was like, there's no way that this is the 11th fossil of a mushroom found in my backyard in Augusta County, where we're really not even supposed to have sizable fossils.
What is a Gomphothere?
So Gomphotheres lived in Virginia between, let me see if I can read my notes.
Yeah, this is a picture of one?
Yeah, so
Oh,
Gomphotheres
wow.
I've seen that guy.
lived in Virginia between 14 million years ago up to 5 million years ago.
It's a mammal?
It's a mammoth with 4 tusks.
So around the time that Jay moved
Pretty
in.
much.
Okay, great. Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Wow, look at that.
This proves the Book of
So it
Mormon
looks-
is true, right? No.
It looks like a nightmare elephant.
Yeah. Nightmare
Well, okay,
elephant.
my printer is bad. It's not actually like black and red.
Still, if that thing was purple, it would be.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
majestic. He's kind of howling.
This would be like
upward.
the smallest tooth of a Gomphothere if it was.
Well, it would be a part of a tooth. So this is a Gomphothere tooth.
oh, okay.
So if you look at the fossil from the top, I was like,
Okay.
I can see the relation. Like there's a little thing that kind of looks like that corner. It kind of looks like, I don't know, what would you guys describe that as? It's weird. You guys would have to just kind of almost look it up.
It looks like one of your back teeth, which kind of has like a quad, but then imagine it's elongated. So it's like your back teeth, but a row of them
Right.
almost.
And imagine you weigh 17 tons.
Yes. So definitely much more likely to be a Gomphothere tooth since they lived in Virginia than it is to be a fossil of a mushroom. So
Interesting.
anyway, I showed the same picture to people for many years, thinking it was Gomphothere. I eventually reached out to JMU. Found it in 2022. This is 2024. It sat underneath my kitchen sink for a very long time. I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. Met with a professor there who wasn't a paleontology background, so didn't really know much about fossils. He deemed it to be a piece of equipment from a farm because my house is 1905 and I live on a farm. I don't think that's steel.
No.
Yeah, but he did tell me something pretty cool. My house apparently sat on what used to be a fault, so that's why you get like these giant crystal quartz. It's not super common to find big crystal points or quartz points, or like double turmoil ones where like that one over there where
they're
got
all
the
going
point
in
on both
different
sides.
directions. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to learn from there. But I then reached out to the Natural History Museum of Virginia. Kind of went to go see a seminar at the Wayne Theater and might have like cornered the executive director.
Heck yeah.
Of course.
With my supposed Gomphothere tooth in my pocket, which it shouldn't be in the area that we found it.
It just
We have
scared
some-
the hell out of me.
We have
Sorry.
some, we have some lively sorority young ladies here tonight, and they thank you for your business.
Yeah. That's great.
They're my sisters. I got in last week. Rush was hell.
All
Yeah.
36 of them.
All the-
You got
So-
a lot of Did you get media attention for this, or am I imagining
Yeah,
things?
yeah, that'll come in a minute.
Okay.
Slow burn story.
So sorry,
time.
Yeah.
before we have the frightening sound. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Everything's fine.
You're doing great.
So I ended up meeting with a paleontologist from the Museum of Natural History in Virginia, who took a look at it, and I forgot to bring fossilized bones and petrified wood and stuff. But so a fossilized bone or a bone. Oh, I got a bone right here.
You've got that jawbone. She has a
She carries
jawbone
around-
from
it's
potentially a
from
baby
several things.
deer.
Bambi, baby Bambi.
But the cool thing about it is that there are teeth that are still down inside of the bone that haven't protruded
wow.
yet. So it's like a rattle.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like a feisty little rattle.
It's a death rattle.
All right, so I'm back.
For kids.
Bones are porous if you look on the inside of them.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
in there, it's like little tiny holes.
yeah.
This one is flaky.
Yeah.
It doesn't have tiny holes. It has layers.
Yeah.
So she assumed that it was actually a plant fossil. So then my mind goes back to, is it a mushroom?
The texture on the outside too is very
Smooth. It's
I don't know,
smooth.
It's
Esque.
fungusy. Yeah. Okay.
Trying to hand it to you. Oh God! You can describe it better if you're holding it.
Yeah. There's definitely
Describe it, Christian.
kind of ridges, like the underside of a mushroom.
What are you getting from it spiritually?
Let me talk to it.
How does it make you feel?
Since its name is Franklin. Franklin. Franklin the fossil.
But so she didn't know what it was either. So JMU
This fossil is clean.
wasn't really sure. Paleontologist at Museum of Natural History in Virginia isn't sure. So I decide to go to the Smithsonian. And so I sent them an
big
email
guns.
because I'm like, oh, let's start at the top.
Yeah.
So Smithsonian messages me back. Fella is, I'm only going to say one scientist name in here because apparently he's a big deal. But he was a paleontologist for the Smithsonian for 20 years in the Department of Paleobiology.
That's hard to say.
Paleobiology.
Oh, yes. Again, I am a hairstylist with just like a lot of research done on my own. Some of these words are really hard to pronounce.
We all are.
So he sent me back some research done on the land when I sent him earlier, what I told you guys, like the size, the shape, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
And he did some research on my property. So Augusta County in that area, their geological mapping pretty much is situated on the upper Ordovician period, which is 457 to 445 million years ago.
Good.
The Martinsburg Formation of shale rock. So there's a lot of shale out there. It didn't produce whatever this is. That area, like that formation, is only known for scant microfossils and a few scattered trilobites and sea stars. They said it must have been brought in or be something that brought in the recent few thousand years. So whatever this is, we don't know the time frame because it didn't come from the house.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody brought it in, or a river, or a glacier. And then this part was really exciting. Every once in a while, someone will send something that just stumps all of us. 9 times out of 10, we are asked to identify objects. We are asked to identify are not fossils. In your case, I think it's a fossil, but I can't be sure based on the images. Congratulations, you stumped the Smithsonian.
Wow.
And
Well done.
back to the Gomphothere. Smithsonian fossil expert doesn't think it's a Gomphothere. All right, so let's see where we're at. So then,
It looks like your notes look like my note system.
oh yes, it's just scattered about.
For those of you listening, hope there's scads of notes in
Yeah.
front as well.
Notes,
This is
papers, there's
this is a
rocks.
labor of love here. Yeah.
So I go up to the Smithsonian a couple months later so that he can examine it and see if it's a fossil. In the meanwhile, he's sent like emails and showed all his colleagues and such. Everybody's stumped. Nobody knows what this is. So go up there to see if it's a fossil. He looks at it. He confirms it seems to be a fossil, but doesn't know what of. So 20-year paleontologist at Smithsonian deems it fossil. Sends me to William and Mary at this point.
Oh, no.
In the meanwhile, he told me to get more eyes on it. So I figured to go to the news. There was a segment I practiced for weeks trying to say Ordovician. And
What is that again?
Could you say it again?
Ordovician.
Everybody all together.
Ordovician.
Yes,
Okay.
that one's fun. And I did ask the Smithsonian fella, since, I mean, you go to the top, you go to the Smithsonian, and they don't know what it is. Is it alien? He says no, it's not alien.
Dang.
So that's the only thing the local news really picked up on. They didn't put the Ordovician, but it is not alien was up there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, that's how you get the ratings.
Exactly, exactly.
Proof of aliens? We don't know. Jury's still out. Thanks, Smithsonian.
Was that HSV?
No.
So
Local
they
news
send me to William and Mary for testing, because museums don't have really the funds to do testing, apparently.
Yeah.
Which I
Well, it's
didn't know.
anybody digging in their backyard sending this stuff. They can't just do that for anybody.
Yeah, but 1 out of 10.
Right.
And then totally stumps everybody at the Smithsonian. It's like, all right, come on, guys.
That's
a little
unique.
penny. Just
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
A white
Yeah.
penny.
So then, since the Smithsonian couldn't figure out what it was, I decided to try and go higher. So I messaged Harvard. They had a paleobotany department, which not a lot of places do. It's like a really niche, that's study of fossilized plants. Fella named Andy Knoll responds. I didn't know who this was. When I ended up at William and Mary, the professor there kind of freaked out that she didn't know what it was. Andy Knoll says, or that he responded, Andy Knoll says that he thinks that the lines might indicate, I didn't practice these words, all right, late Devotian or early Carboniferous, maybe?
Okay.
That's a big word. Leaflets, but isn't sure. You've got quite a mystery on your hands, says Harvard.
Wow.
So last night, I didn't really look into this. I looked up if Andy Knoll was a big deal. He is a very big deal in paleontology. He's world-renowned professor and the leading expert on the early history of life. He's won Nobel Prizes and key figure in understanding our planet's deep past, and doesn't know what this is.
So you have stumped. Let's see. Let's recap. William and Mary.
Yep.
Well, William and Mary is a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
That's
But so
the
far,
next one.
sorry, Harvard,
Yep.
the Smithsonian,
Smithsonian, yep.
and a Nobel laureate.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty good.
I'm sure some people in Verona too.
Oh yeah, and myself, this thing seriously occupies 15% of my brain at all time. I love the unknown.
Yeah. It's your Roman
And-
Empire.
Yeah, it's just
And
mind-blowing.
I mean, I may be skipping ahead. Has anyone taken any kind of
Sample?
of it to be able to determine anything, or
so then we get to William and Mary finally. Get to go see them. We went there in April 2025. While waiting to go to William and Mary, after the news article, HGTV reached out to me. Which was kind of weird because they were doing a series on weird home finds. Nothing came from it, thank goodness, because that would have been terrifying.
Probably you weren't weird enough to be on TV for them.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. HGTV comes to a 1905 homestead. It ain't gonna look very pretty all the time. So,
yeah.
So then I go to William and Mary. I was kind of catching her up on what I've said over the past couple of years, it being a Gomphothere tooth for a couple of years,
Right.
and showing everybody this picture. And I showed her this on my phone. I was like, this is kind of the one that I'd relate it to. she goes, oh no, I messaged the guy who owns that. He said it wasn't that. Like the past 2 years showing people, oh yeah, this is probably what it is. Person who has that specifically, it is not that. So
Awesome.
at William and Mary, it's pretty cool because most of these places
He probably
that
has
I
a
had,
better printer.
yeah. He went, most of the places that I go to would be you go and sit in an office, or at the Smithsonian, we met by the T-Rex head, and they would look at it and be like, huh, interesting. I don't know. Let's send you here. Huh, interesting. I don't know. Let's send you here. So William and Mary, I go and sit in her what are those things called? Office.
Yeah.
And
What are those things
and
that people
she's
work
like,
inside?
what
that?
are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. Isn't this your office? She's like, yeah, let's go to the lab. And I'm like, heck yeah, to the lab.
Yes.
To the lab.
lab.
So we go to the lab, and
You found Batman.
there's
It's
I'm pretty close. There's so many mammoth heads and
That's cool.
fossils and all these crazy rocks and everything. And we're trying to match this with stuff that's in their mouth and their ear, all kinds
Yeah.
of things. It doesn't look like any of it. So then we do an acid test. So I stayed up last night until 2 in the
12
morning.
hours later.
Right?
It still looks weird.
I don't know what this is. Are the lines moving? So an acid test is where you take some diluted down hydrochloric acid and you drop it on it to see if it reacts. From what I remember, she said that if it reacts, or hold on, let me find the note really
Sure.
fast. Okay, so
By the way, just a quick note while you're looking at your notes. We selected this song to underscore your story. So this is a lot of research. Mike, good job.
oh yes,
Jeez.
oh yes. So William and Mary messaged back with the results of the acid test. We used diluted hydrochloric acid to test composition. It fizzled, which suggested that the object was made of CaCO3. I'm not good at chemistry. Calcium, carbon, and nitrogen. This was surprising since several of these materials, bone, tooth, and wood, calcium, carbon, nitrogen, are not made of CaCO3 and do not fizzle. So this is kind of why.
What the hell?
This is kind of why I stayed up till 2 a.m. talking to this professor out.
2 a.m.
in-
last night?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was trying to figure out acid test. Because the thing is, it reacts on the part that went through the tiller and that the dog chewed on, but it didn't react on the rest of it. So if this fossil was complete, it wouldn't have reacted. This
Wait,
is a
this
big
is your
part.
dog chewed on it.
Yeah, I was looking up what a Gomphothere was, and I heard crunching, and realized it was in his
It
mouth.
wasn't a dog from 700 BC or something.
But that's how you do a flake test. You know?
Exactly,
You gotta do a flake
exactly.
test.
So we did the acid test, and
So it's potentially composed of several different things.
So it could
almost
be a
like
composite
yeah.
fossil.
well, they ran another test that tells you actually what it's made of.
Okay.
So only hydrochloric acid reacts on this part that's broken and porous, and not on this part. So, then they shot it with they did a SEM scanning electronic microscope with energy dispersive X-ray spectroscopy.
Well, yeah, that's what you want to.
EDS.
That's what I would use.
Sweet.
Hit it with that
You got one of those in your
spectroscopy.
They
basement.
science that thing.
If y'all want to know what that is,
Yeah, they
I have a
scienced it.
little
It sounds
note
expensive.
on that. Something about how it shoots it with this beam that can tell what the atoms are.
Yeah.
That then the atoms have this certain element, and it tells you what it's made of.
Okay.
Okay, so this thing comes back made of calcium, carbon, oxygen, boron, and titanium. Which is weird.
Titanium?
Titanium. So some plant fossils contain titanium.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
However,
You've heard of Popeye, right?
it doesn't react to hydrochloric. Plants don't react to hydrochloric acid.
Right.
So
'Cause they're tough.
Drop it here, reaction here, slow bubbles for a second. Drop it here, nothing happens. if this thing was whole, it wouldn't have reacted. So
It has a protective coating.
It's a spaceship.
Enamel,
It's
almost
a
like a
spaceship.
tooth.
That thing is a tiny little spaceship.
it's a tiny spaceship. Yes, it's not extraterrestrial though, so we got to figure out where it came from.
Damn it.
Should we be
Remember-
touching it? Should it be on the table?
I was just thinking
Oh,
that.
Somebody put it in their mouth once,
Okay, a dog.
so they're still alive.
Yeah.
They can fly, but they're still alive.
So this is possibly plaster.
Plaster.
No way.
But there has been people following this at this point for 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, it's solved. It was a fun journey, all that kind of stuff. And I started talking to people about what it was, and then the fighting started happening.
Don't you let anybody tell you your fossil is plaster. Girl, you were so much better than that.
So, two of the big things is plaster can't be in a water-soaked garden for at least 5 years and still, like, I don't know if you can hear that. That thing's hard.
Yeah.
That was the fossil.
It also has details on the inside, like the little gills on the inside,
Yeah.
where it wouldn't have been seen if it wasn't broken. So if it's man-made, why would you put details where it's not going to be seen unless it gets broken?
Because it's a spaceship.
And then also, how does a Smithsonian professor or paleontologist of 20 years not be able to tell that something's plaster looking at it? Don't paleontologists work with plaster all the time? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they make plaster molds and stuff?
Yeah, I would say they do.
Yeah.
Then when you said people started arguing, who started arguing?
Everybody that was following it.
Online.
Yeah, everybody online who was following it.
So I mean, I remember I read about this on Facebook a lot. But were you on? You mentioned being on forums. Were you in like more scientific forums?
I was in forums. I mean, like, unless you see this thing and can like hold it, like feel it, like weight and stuff. Like that's why I had to go all the way up to the Smithsonian because he's like, I literally just wanted to see it to confirm it was a fossil. And looking at it, like it's a fossil, like it has the mass to it. He's like, I just don't know what up.
So who suggested that it was plaster? Who was that?
William and Mary is 99% sure that it is plaster.
Interesting.
But
So don't waste your money there, kids.
Oh, no throwing any schools
Just
out for
kidding.
him.
It
now.
Sounds like they
were
kind of did the
wonderful.
most work. Like
Yeah.
They
right.
did
They
do
did.
work, but it kind of brought up the question. Okay, so results here. It's made of, composed of calcium, carbon, oxygen, boron, and titanium, which is really weird because fossils and modern organisms don't contain titanium except for diatoms, some kind of worms, whatever this A word is, and some plants. But plants don't fizzle with hydrochloric acid. So with only this part fizzling and this part not fizzling, was it air bubbles? So then we kind of take things into our own hands.
Yeah.
And reach out, because I'm a hairstylist. Like, if I run a test, it's not going to challenge William and Mary's
Sure.
conclusion
With their lasers and stuff.
with their lasers and stuff.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we meet with the Gem and Mineral Society, some guy that like runs it or something, down in Ocean View in Norfolk at a beach access, and we drop acid.
For real?
On the thing.
On the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Out of the trunk of his car. It was a backseat experiment.
Okay.
We literally show up and we've got a gallon of acid.
Okay, acid on the fossil.
Yeah, on the fossil.
Well,
Right.
that's what the acid test was.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
You were talking about dropping acid out of the trunk of a
We
car.
dropped acid
Yeah.
onto the
Onto
fossil.
the fossil.
Onto the fossil.
And Hendrix was there.
Whitmer's parking lot.
Science is awesome.
That was awesome. So he goes and he opens up this gallon of hydrochloric acid, and he's talking, and it's literally teetering on his bumper, about to fall on us. So I take my phone and kind of stabilize it because I'm not touching a gallon of hydrochloric acid. I don't
Yeah,
like milk
yeah.
you. And I'm like, sir, your acid's about to fall over on us. And that got me thinking. I'm like, do we have any like gloves or goggles or masks? And he's like, nope, we got baking soda, water, and this little container. So I'm like, all right. well, I'm going to record this. So put the fossil specimen thing, whatever it is, into a container. And at William & Mary, we used a dropper. He dumps the gallon of acid onto the fossil.
Good Lord.
Wow.
And we're all like coughing and dying because there's hydrochloric acid fumes coming into the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get my phone out to record it like I was going to tell him I was going to.
No, you're using it to shim up the bucket.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right?
So, round 2. Let's do this again. So we did it again. I did record it that time. I can show you guys a video, but I have no idea where my phone is under this.
Yeah.
Not much happened the second time. Air pockets are gone. Second time, no reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then it could still be a plant fossil, apparently. I don't know.
So essentially, the mystery continues.
Yeah.
The mystery continues. The future of it is going to hopefully be, I don't know, it's in the works right now.
Yes.
If we can get a college around here to help do some stuff.
Do some more tests and see what you get.
Did
Yes.
you at one point thought were resolved in your mind that it had been solved? I remember
Well,
having
it
this.
was-
I remember having
yeah.
this in my hand,
So-
and you telling me it was solved.
Yeah, so when William & Mary sent back this stuff, like, I'm like, you can't argue with science. You know, it's plaster. Like, I was confused as to what it was exactly because they're pretty much telling me that is a garden gnome.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I see it now. Okay, yeah. That's totally a garden gnome.
right? But the weirdest part about it is that, like, the details inside the broken parts. Why would you put details inside a broken part
Yeah.
of plaster?
Yeah.
I have a really weird question.
What?
A lot of fossils end up being poop. Could this be poop?
I don't
Lots
know. You
of
want to
diff-
taste it?
All right, Mike, give it to
You
me.
tell us.
The dog was chewing on it.
It's just, it's,
It doesn't look like poop though, but maybe they pooped different back then.
and if it's plaster, like, what kind of plaster
Yeah,
thing is, it just looks like, I wish you guys could see it.
that's fascinating.
The other thing I was thinking about in this whole story was, people like yourself or all of us, will pick things like that up and say somebody in 500 BC could carry that 500 miles from somewhere else and
And
drop
it could have ended up in my yard.
Yeah.
Kind of what they're thinking happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it the fossil record's like only 3% complete, and I understand why.
Sure.
Like, trying to get anybody to even respond for like a specimen, everybody's like, how did you get these people to respond to you? And I'm like,
Yeah.
you put really weird headings. And they get curious and they look and then they respond. Like,
Space rock?
yeah. The heading to the next college that I'm hoping to work with, who 100% believes that it is not plaster.
Okay.
Is my heading to them was Spider-Man sent me to you with help for fossil.
Very nice.
Good.
So
Was it the Stanton Spider-Man?
yeah,
Great.
I helped
Great-
him
great
out.
person.
He helped me out.
Great
That's
guy.
great.
Yeah, great guy. So with if you find something weird on the ground and you don't know what it is, like,
Yeah.
keep asking questions, be persistent,
Yeah.
be weird, and keep pushing, and you will get answers.
That's
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's not like,
There you go.
maybe if it's not like definite answers, and maybe if you don't, you fight the answers.
Well, you didn't, what's interesting knowing you didn't go towards any paranormal theory.
I did ask if it was extraterrestrial. Does that count? Is that paranormal anymore? I don't think that's paranormal anymore. That's like, don't the CIA
That's just
come out and be
normal.
like, yeah, aliens are
Casually
real.
said, yeah, they said you have a... I mean, yeah, that's... Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. What's crazy is the house that I grew up in Gloucester, Virginia,
Haunted.
very. We had cornfields on both sides of the house, and this is in colonial Virginia area, and my mother, one time I was little, my brother and I were little and being annoying, and she was like, just go dig in the cornfield, just go play in the cornfield. And we came back with armfuls of pottery and pipe stem and wine glass and all that sort of thing. And a month later, a team from William & Mary was there, these young students, and they did a dig, determined it was a 17th century plantation house. and probably the servants' quarters of that house, and that was their garbage pile.
Yep.
So that's why we were finding so much stuff. And I still keep in touch with some of those guys today. I was like 5 years old when this happened.
Oh, that's
Really,
awesome.
really neat folks.
So I was like, if you guys take anything from this podcast about all of this weird science stuff, that I hope I put it out to comprehend enough, because the table is scattered with stuff that I totally like do not understand myself. But like, keep looking down, dig up your yard, like you
Yes.
said.
Yeah.
Dig up your yard. Stay curious. Question all of it. Be persistent and keep exploring. Like, there's stuff out there that has yet to be discovered, and if you find something weird, just, you know, keep pushing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well
But if
said.
it starts telling you things,
If it starts telling you things,
Glowing.
then keep it in a
What?
box and send it to that one museum.
yeah.
So if, well, I mean, obviously, it sounds like this journey's not over yet. When you find out some more, maybe come back and talk to us again.
Yes.
I would love to hear where it
love to hear.
That's
landed.
kind of why it's been like, I know that you've at least
Yeah,
been
I'm just-
asking me for a while, and I'm like, I can't. Something else is going to come up. I've been waiting on like news, and it takes. You know, these people are busy people. Like,
Yeah.
be patient. It takes months for them to respond.
Just on a personal level, I mean, so you got this. You mentioned 15% of your brain. You just like is this like keeping you up at night? Did you have dreams about it?
She was up till 2 a.m.
I was up till 2 a.m. last night, like trying to talk to this one guy about all this stuff. But yeah, you get on those kicks, you know, and it's just kind of like.
And it's been three. How many?
Like, what is it? And if this happens to end up getting proved to be a mushroom fossil, and it's one of 11 in the world,
You're set.
I can pay half my house off. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
How long?
that'd be cool.
It's been.
Not
But
if
I mean,
you
but
can't
regardless,
find
like,
it.
right?
It's been
Uh,
3 years. When did you find it again?
2022.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it sat underneath my sink for 2 years after that, just like chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you reach out to when you find something that's not supposed to be where it is?
I don't know. My people ask me that all the time.
It's usually Jay they're asking about. What do we do with this guy?
I thought Mennonites had an answer for that.
Wandering through the parking lots again.
He obviously doesn't belong here.
What was the dog's name that was chewing on it?
Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Fantastic.
Ruckus.
Oh, Ruckus.
Big old Great Dane.
If either of my dogs had gotten it, it had been gone. It'd be 300 yards into the woods somewhere.
One
Bare
of them,
bones.
yeah, I was digging up this quartz line in my yard and accidentally came across. Well, I broke this in half. This is what that tooth was from earlier.
Oh yeah, this funky looking like
Yeah, the crazy tooth thing.
It's like a fang.
So that's what I hit.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Did you?
So that's from that. I just hit it with a shovel, so it got broke. So I was trying to figure out what it was because it was just big
Massive
and fat.
fang.
Yeah, it's a huge
So
fang.
I send it to the Natural History Museum of Virginia with a ruler behind it. They looked at the suspected, they looked at the mandible and identified it as a older raccoon that had very worn teeth.
That is huge for a raccoon.
She said there is one tooth missing behind the canine, thus the gap. I said a raccoon, like an ancient giant one, like you don't want to find in your trash can. That canine is over 2 inches long and the jawbone's bigger than my hand. That would have been a massive raccoon. Response back was funny thing. Second opinion from our scientist who actually paid attention to the ruler. It's a black bear jaw. Congratulations.
That feels
I
good.
think that
So
raccoon's been.
that is
funny.
why,
Hey,
again, you
science
always
takes time.
question professionals sometimes. If you don't think
Yeah.
that it is like
Yeah.
what it is.
Oh, was that a ruler?
Remind
Were
them.
they giant raccoons that
Remind them to use the ruler.
had
those are
canines
inches.
running around?
Oh,
Hey, Taylor, thank you so much for coming on here.
This is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And thanks for doing your digging and your work and making our lives on Facebook more interesting. Yes.
Oh yes. I will keep digging up the yard and possibly the neighbor's yard next.
Yeah.
And they know about this, right? Sure, let's
there's
get
a plan. Might be a late night plan, but there's a plan.
Gotcha.
But yeah, hopefully this thing will be continued because a lot of people, I mean, like,
Yeah, we're all curious.
yeah, it can't fight science, but at the same time, maybe you can get second opinions on it.
Absolutely.
So we'll see where it goes.
Can't fight science.
All right.
But you can.
All right, so the sad little chiming from the clock in the hall says it's time to go home. Once again, Taylor Endres, thanks
So
so much.
cool.
I'm so glad.
Oh my
so
God.
so
Yeah.
good to see you after all this time. Like I was saying, I see you on the internet, but I don't see you in person.
I'm still hanging.
You're still hanging, and me too.
Still doing hair.
Still doing hair.
Yep.
Oh, where
Still
can
doing
people
hair.
again? Where can people find your hairstyling techniques?
I work at High Tech in Verona.
Nice. Okay.
And always have a weird story to tell. You never know if I'm gonna catch a raccoon or rescue like an endangered salamander or I don't know, pet an alligator.
I've had that,
Happen.
I think that
Or
giant
frilled
raccoon's
as well.
hanging out around my yard at 2 in the morning. Anyway, so this is Bingo is Life, the podcast, live and in person. You can watch the Bingo Variety Show with the Chris and Mike Hattie Show every Tuesday night, 7:30 at our sponsor, Ruby's Arcade in scenic downtown Harrisonburg. You can hear all the fun stuff that goes on down here.
Heck
And
yeah.
Taylor, thanks again so much for coming by. Ian, thanks. Good to meet you. And you can listen to the podcast anytime you want to, live and in person on your streaming platform of choice.
It's true.
We'll see you next week for 146. Have a good night, kids.
Good night. Bingo is Life, a post-bingo Harrisonburg podcast, is brought to you by the Brothers How to Show and our friends at Ruby's Arcade in downtown Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you've enjoyed the show and feel it's worth spreading a little joy in this world, please tell just one person that you like this podcast. Word of mouth, more than any other form of promotion, is how creative works get noticed and sustain themselves. Thank you, Andrew Hickey, for that bit of wisdom, and thank you, listeners, for being part of the fun.